Hello, dear friends. Welcome, spiritual beings, extraterrestrials. This is Domas. Welcome back to the Soul Channel. I'm outside today, as some of you requested to go outside, so I'm enjoying it. I got the third eye open today. So, what's happening today? Let me know in the comments. What's your thoughts on today? I don't know. For me, today was a very uplifting day. I don't know, just simple things. I just focused on simple things, like went to see my grandma. I went to the studies. I just communicated with some friends, and it was really good. It's just simple, you know. When you don't want too much, I think that's when things turn out to be good. I don't know, I'm working on the weekends, so the weeks seem to me like free. They're free, but I'm studying, but sometimes I got work to do. So I'm doing work, but sometimes I get lost in the rushing, you know, the rushing to do things. And today I was like, you can hold a coin in your palm facing downwards, or you can hold it facing upwards. It's almost the same, but when you face it upwards, you don't need to hold on. When you face it downwards, you drop the coin. And that's the same with existence. You just find a way to face reality, find a way to face life, and you face it sort of head on first, but with this smile and with this attitude of, it's all going to be fine, because at the end of the day, you still lie in your bed and you still do things that you need to do, and everything goes according to plan, whatever the plan is. I mean, the bigger plan. I have the bigger plan in mind, and I don't know why I'm so worried sometimes about regular things. I'm like, am I gonna be okay today? Is everything gonna go fine today? Or in the very morning, I start comparing myself. I start thinking about people, comparing myself to other people, and that's no good. That doesn't do you any good. Like, you can't put yourself in another person's shoes ever. You can only walk in your own two shoes, and you're special. You have special powers, literally, because we might not be the smartest people, or we might be super smart, but we might be super smart in one thing, and then another thing we might be dumb, or just not dumb, but not as experienced as in another thing that we really like. I mean, that's a bit of Asperger's syndrome type of situation, then, rather than schizotypal personality disorder situation. But sometimes we're really good at one thing, like focusing on one thing. I remember thinking yesterday about painting. I haven't painted in a while, and last night I had dreams of painting, and I was like, I just had a thought about painting, and instantly I had dreams about it. So it definitely means I should probably go out and paint. or go in and paint. I don't have to really go outside to paint. So our subconscious mind sometimes dictates to us what we need to do. When I had that thought about painting, I was reading Carl Jung's book, The Red Book, and that really, like, that book is crazy. I read it sometimes and I don't really understand what it is about. I know that's his thoughts and his fantasies and his things that he was seeing, but I read it and I'm like, I can kind of feel myself more. My mind starts going in weird different places in my own mind. So that book, I really recommend you to read it because it almost goes into your own psyche, as you read it. And I think that happens with all the books. You get the message that you're supposed to get from that book, and every different person gets it differently. That's why interpretations of books at school were very difficult, because you understand it one way and the teacher understands it another way. So I think that's what books are good. So you read it, you get your own message from it, and you know what to do with it, or you know what to do next in your life. And that Red Book is like that. As I was reading it, I had a thought, I need to paint, and I had a dream that I was painting. I was really excited to paint, and I still didn't do it. So I'm gonna go do it today. But yeah, today was really like just focusing on simple, plain things, and that really made me happy. So let's continue like that, because when you focus on the little things, you're kind of focusing on the now. I wrote in my journal, I will thank God every time I see a bird. I'll thank God for what I have and what's going on and what I'm doing in life and what I achieved. And instead of writing about myself in the journal, I started to write a story about a person. I was journaling about somebody, and in that way I could create a story. And that story was about this person who is kind of me but isn't also me. It's just somebody. And in that way you can create new things, like you can create new roles for yourself, or you can write affirmations. It's funny because I was thinking I'll cycle into the forest today and do the podcast there. But as I was leaving the studies, a friend of mine who lives literally in the same house like me, she was walking the same direction. She was walking home. And I thought, I'll walk with her. And we started talking about, she wants to do these like affirmation videos for, I don't know, YouTube or just anywhere, any platform. She just wants to upload it. And I was encouraging her to do it because I was like, I do these videos, and some people watch it. Not everybody watches it, but I do it for myself mainly, because it's good, it's fun, it's reflective. She said she was really excited to do it, but she's afraid to share it, And I said, share it. I just gave her some, advice why you should share it, why there's no point of holding on to it without spreading it around, because you don't know who's gonna listen. Like, you guys send me a comment from another part of the world, and I'm like so grateful, because I know that this hits somebody, somewhere it bounces off and it comes back, and I'm super glad about it. And that's why I'm happy to do these videos, and hopefully they help you in some ways. Mainly I talk about myself, but maybe it's some universal issues here as well. But I hope you guys are having a lovely day. Know that I'm proud of you, all the things that you've been working on and off work, on yourself, on your surroundings. Maybe you've been helping a beloved one, or you've been taking care of somebody in your life, and you should be proud of yourself, because you're doing great. And I repeat that to myself. Everything's going great. Everything's going good. I think we're so self-critical of ourselves. Like, we don't criticize anybody else the way we criticize ourselves. Not out loud, but in the head the voice is loud. So it's important sometimes to say it out loud to yourself that everything is good, everything is blessed. You've blessed yourself, you bless yourself, and things go the right way afterwards. So don't forget to do that every day, and thank God for what we have, because we might as well not have it. This existence might not be happening as well. Could be nothingness. We could be full of nothingness. So we have something now, and we're grateful for it. So have a great day. Have a simple day. Have a great morning, evening, nighttime, or morning. Depends on when you're watching this. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Much love as always. And peace.